Morning, morning on this beautiful, quite warmish Monday morning in the UK. So, VGA wagons, what stage am I at? Pretty close, I'm pretty close. Excuse me, stupid cough in the video. Right, I want to go through so much effort into this, really, I mean a lot. I am in the kitchen, you'll have to excuse the shadows. There's a number of wagons there. Quite a few of them were fails. And I'll show you for why, because obviously, getting it right, the right angle, where the supports are going to go and everything else. It takes, and getting the sizes right and everything else. And I'll come on to it. But before I do, I meant to do it on the last video and I apologise, Lord Al. I wanted to publicly thank you for basically doing the job that I couldn't. Well, I can, but off camera, but watching a guy with no fingers fumble around, putting buffers in and, drilling out holes and all that, it ain't pretty. So obviously, I asked Lord Al if he would kindly, demonstrate the stuff. He'd done a really good job, fantastic. And the end results of his wagons were super. Really impressed. So yeah, thank you, Lord Al. And the other person I want to thank is Graham at Woodhill Park. If you haven't seen his video, just go and put in Woodhill Park and look at his 3D wagons. With Lord Al, obviously, he was keeping me informed of his progress. So, sending me pictures and videos and everything. So I wasn't, when I say I wasn't shocked, obviously I still was shocked at, Lord Al's video. But Graham from Woodhill Park, it caught me off guard really. And yeah, really nice video. And yeah, what a superb job you did of those wagons, Graham. So yeah, hats off to you, mate. And absolute bargain. Right, VGA wagons, let's get on to it. So this was my first attempt. And as you can see, and excuse the shadows, there between the axles, there's still obviously supports between the chassis and the axles. The roof came out really rubbish. So, and you can see some ghosting on the sides. So let me just pause you a second. I'll run through this as quick as possible, folks. Stick with it. Once again, got the size correct. But still, obviously I can flick those supports out, not too much of a problem, but the roof was still rubbish. So that, in my eyes, yeah, I'll probably just sand the roof down and use them on my layout because, I don't really want to waste any plastic. But that was another attempt, bear with me. And again, another attempt, the same deal. The supports in the axles. Again, roof was a little bit better, but wasn't, obviously, I would still have some sanding to do down on there. But I got rid of some of the ghosting on the side. So that was another one. As you can see, that's number 3. Bear with me. Another attempt. So now I got rid of the supports between the axle there and the chassis. But the ghosting came back, as you can see the lines going at an angle on the side. But the roof came out bloody fantastic. Let me just turn it a second. And I hope this all comes out on camera all right. And again at the back, all the details, it all came out really nice, all apart from the ghosting, which, to be fair, you wouldn't actually, once you get a rattle can sprayed over there, you wouldn't. But this, just there, you can see a notch. The bars, I wasn't happy with them. Let me just turn it around. And obviously this side came out much better than the other side, because I had it leaning over So if you was to twist this over to the left, I had it twisted over to the left. So this side came out brilliant. The chassis came out brilliant. The roof came out brilliant, but the left side didn't. So let me just bear me with one more second. So after many attempts, ta-da! Brilliant. Fantastic. Axles, good. You can see I fitted the wheels. Make sure that they were, fitting correctly. And I'll show you them in a second. Got the big old chunky wheels in there. Roof. Beautiful, smooth. Lovely details. Axles, lovely details. Chassis, lovely details. Yeah. With 3D printing, as Graham said on his video, it's never going to be 100%, not like you get from opening a manufacturer, but, opening a box, anyone can do that, even me, in my physical crappy situation. And for those that don't know me and have just joined the channel, I am slightly disabled, just very slightly, all my fingers and feet are missing and everything. And that's that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the result of this. Let me just turn it 1 second. Again, look at the details there now. Look, how fantastic does that look? I've sized the buffers so you can actually just pop them in. So just a dab of super glue and pop the buffers in. They fit just nicely. Obviously there's a few details to pick out there. There is a little bit of sanding down to do because it's still at its rough stage at the moment, because I'm working on this. Is the one I'm going to go and paint up. So when I do bring these to market, as they say, I can show you a finished product. It's just really busy, a lot on my plate. Just bear with me 1 second. I want to turn it one more time. And as I said, this is the underneath. So obviously a few little knobbles just to file off there, not a big deal. The only problem I've got, and you're going to have to just bear with me a second, the horrible camera work, but I've got that type Bachmann coupling, but it doesn't fit in there. Now, I'm not sure if there's a way I can just file that a little bit or what I can do with that, but it doesn't fit. I wasn't actually intending to use these type couplings anyway. I'll show you what I'm going to use. And hopefully you can see that. I'm going to use the... Oh, 1 second. But I'm prepared then. Right, so I'm going to use these hook over type couplings. The reason being is I've got a hole, hopefully if I can get out the shadows, in the middle there. So I'm just going to super glue one of the hooks into the middle there. Obviously buffers on the outside. Put one of these, and where are we? Here we are. In the middle. So I wanted to use these ones anyway, but Jesus Christ, man. £6.75, are you serious? You know what I mean? Flipping. And this is why I'm doing this, because this hobby is just, I know some people blame inflation, some people blame the manufacturers, some people blame the shipping. It doesn't matter what you blame. The fact is, this hobby's gotten literally out of control. And I know it's a first world problem and everything else. I know there's bigger problems on the planet, but, I'm just literally, it's expensive. So I'm just trying to produce something that looks decent at a reasonable cost. Like I said, I make 50p on a wagon, 50p. I'm not going to be, and to be fair, I'll probably actually lose out because I chucking blinking extras into people's parcels. So the worst non-millionaire ever. But yeah, that's what it looks like so far. I've got an 00 gauge loco there because I predominantly do HO, but so you can see the size all fits in just nicely. Underneath that coupling, this one here, I could widen it, but then the wheels wouldn't fit. And so, yeah, I'm suggesting put a hook into that middle hole and just, put these tight couplings in. Acura scale do some that are a bit cheaper. And then we got, obviously, the big chunky wheels there. So you only need 2 wheels because it's a 4-wheeled wagon. 1 second again. So, yeah, that's basically, as you can see, it's a 4-wheeled wagon. The details, I think, pop out. Once you get a coat of primer on there, I'm going to spray mine in red. Go with that. And you can see another one's just come off the factory floor, as they say. And then, yeah, lovely smooth. So there's no sanding down to do, really. Just file off what I showed you there underneath. That's just where the supports have been. And, what you break off from the supports from this, you can see it there. Yeah, I mean, that's ideal just to chuck in those scrap wagons. You know what I mean? Let me turn it again. Hopefully you can see they're kind of like girder shaped anyway. The thinner ones in the middle, not these tree ones. You can see the crisscross of the supports. I mean, use it, put it in your scrap wagons, It's just no point chucking it away. And yeah, how cool does that look? Like I said, no point me turning it, but yeah. No ghosting, like I said, once you give it a coat of primer and a paint, and just literally just file off the bits underneath the chassis there. Job done, really. Not sure how much I'm gonna market this at, because obviously because that has now turned into a 12-hour print. I think it's 12 hours 14 minutes. Just for one, 12 hours 14, just for one print. So yeah, I'm looking around about the £8 mark at the moment with the amount of filament and electric costs. But £8 for a wagon, just literally bit of primer, get a rattle can, spray it, 2 wheels, 1 in each end, 2 couplings. That's the only thing that you're gonna have to try and figure out yourselves, is the couplings. But like I said, I'm using the hook type couplings anyway. I think it looked really realistic as well. So you'll get the wagon, 4 buffers, and obviously the wheels, couplings, you'll have to sort yourself. But yeah, how cool does that look? That's all I wanted to do, really. Just the quick thank yous and just show you, a gauge BGA wagon. How cool is that? So I'll bring them to, when I do my next video, basically, and I'll paint it all up and everything else. That'll be when they're on eBay. Just one thing I wanted to say with Graham, that graffiti, I so felt like I was in the 80s, the whole white graffiti and stuff. Just, did bring back some nice childhood memories, that. So, thank you again, Graham, for doing that. And thank you, Lord Al. And I shall see you soon. Look after yourselves. Bye now.